Now I want you to close your eyes and just imagine that you are Walter White, Heisenverse, the $1 million meth cook, and you decided to use a big brain move of causing a car accident. You know, this one. So maybe your mind is not all the way 100% right now, and a reasonable person would just take a couple days to rest, but not you, not Walter White, because later that same day, you try to ask for help from your partner Jesse, who at this point is more than willing to be the head cook for Gus, and he's kinda still pissed off at you for saying this.
Screw up like I know you will, and wind up in a barrel somewhere!
So he doesn't really want to hear what you have to say, and who could really blame him? And the second Jesse closes the door, out of nowhere, Tyrus comes up from behind you and tases you. And apparently, this guy must be Batman, because you mean to tell me that Jesse didn't see him or this guy standing just out of frame? I don't know, maybe it's the leather jackets, you know, the super silent material that's known for sneaking up on people. But anyways, the next thing that you know, you're on your knees with Gus literally looking down at you and basically saying, you're fired, enjoy retirement, but I'm gonna kill your brother-in-law. So you can either let it happen, or I'll kill your wife, that son of yours, and your fucking baby. And from being tased, then threatened, and not to mention a car accident, I bet your brain is just like...
This is your brain on drugs.
So of course you're gonna go to the extreme and do one of the most impulsive things a person that's scared with a lot of money can do. Disappear and try to start over. I mean, it sounds simple enough, right?
You're goddamn right.
So after getting all the information from Saul, you drive home as fast as you can, probably speeding. And speaking of which, I know I'm going on a lot of tangents here, but hey, here we are. But I think it's so funny how Walter could be driving so recklessly or speeding on 2 different occasions and never once get pulled over. But when he's calmly driving on a clear and open road, he stopped for his windshield being just a little bit damaged, which, I mean, I get it, but I guess what I'm trying to say is it would have been really cool to see a Breaking Bad high-speed chase, but that's all I'm saying. But anyways, so after getting home to get the money for this ridiculous idea, you start to notice that you're missing money. A lot of money. So much money that you can't even do the plan of asking your wife and son to drop everything they're doing in their lives and go to New Hampshire. Oh, and I forgot this tiny detail of having them change their entire identity. But hey, that big brain of yours still isn't at 100% yet, so I get it. And in the middle of all the searching, a familiar voice is heard. The voice of the one, the only, Skyler.
My name is Skyler White, yo.
The same woman who wanted a divorce for cooking and selling meth, and when he finally did sign the papers, she never filed them. And after coming up with the idea to legalize the drug money using the gambling story, she not only offered to pay Hank's medical bills, but now, when he arguably needs the money the most, he finds out that she gave $617,000 to Ted Beneke, a man that she's been cheating on Walter with. And not only did she give the money away, but her reasoning for doing it is the same reason Walter gave when asked what he's doing this for.
I had to. For us, for the family.
What I do for my family.
Now, under these circumstances, I'm sure Walter was ready to unalive Skyler, and with everything that he was going through, me personally, I completely understand. But him restraining himself gave us one of the best moments in the entire series. And after letting out that scream of frustration, when thinking about it just for a moment, all he can do is laugh at the situation, like, wow, I'm really gonna die because my wife decided to pay another man's taxes with the same money that she was gonna divorce me over. Oh my. And I like to think that he's laughing extra hard because maybe he finally realized that the plan of having Skyler and Jr. leave town with him was never gonna work, regardless if he had the money or not. And that's why when he's down in the crawlspace laid out surrounded by what remains of his money, he's not laughing anymore. And it's almost like he's slowly accepting the fact that he's gonna die and there's nothing he can do about it. But I guess somewhere between the last few seconds of the episode Crawlspace and the opening moments of the episode End Times, Walter's brain finally booted up to 100% and he was able to get his family out of danger by having them stay with Hank, and he went back to being the same ruthless man we know as Heisenberg. And he comes up with a cold and calculated plan of poisoning Brock. And, well, the rest is history. And I just want to point out that Walter was never paid back for that $617K that Skyler just gave away. And I like to think that during the episode Ozymandias, when him and Skyler started fighting over the knife, the thought of her giving his money away entered his mind and he was ready to end her for it. But good thing that Walter Jr. was there to save the day. But what if he didn't? What would that look like? Hey guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I really hope you enjoyed my version of an explainer to one of the best scenes in the series. And if you like this, who knows, I might just keep them coming because if you haven't figured it out by now, I fucking love Breaking Bad. And I know a lot of you might want to hear my take on some of the top moments in the universe. I have a few in mind that I plan on doing, but if you have a scene that you want to hear my take on, feel free to let me know in the comments and it just might be my next video idea. But that's just me. But now I want to hear from you guys. What do you think was going through Walter's head when Skyler told him that she gave his money to Ted? Whatever it is, let me know down below in the comments and I'll do my best to respond. Until then, my name is Murge. Later. Oh my God. And by the way, you can open your eyes now.